Hello students, I'm Dr. Manisha Budhiraja, and as the exams are nearing, I've been receiving messages that there are negative thoughts creeping up in the mind, most of them influenced by people around you. Now, do you know of one thing that is common between us and all the great people that have been born till date? Yes, all of us have exactly the same number of 24 hours in a day, and the quality of our lives depends upon the quality of these 24 hours, and the quality of these 24 hours depends upon two things. First, what you decide to concentrate on, and second, the power of our concentration. So coming to the first, what we decide to concentrate on. Have you heard yourself saying this very commonly? अरे यार, उसने ऐसा बोल दिया, मेरा मूड ऑफ हो गया, उसने मुझे डिप्रेस कर दिया, उसने मुझे गुस्सा दिला दिया, सारा दिन वेस्ट हो गया, 2 दिन से मैं इतना डिप्रेस था, कुछ पढ़ ही नहीं पाया. So, do you realize that you have no control on what anybody on this earth thinks or says? The only control that you ever had and you will ever have is on your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. This is your kingdom. This is the kingdom that you own. This is the kingdom that you have full control on, and you should have full control on. You are the king of this kingdom. When you do not give your house to anybody else, when you do not give your country to anybody else, how can you let anybody else intrude your kingdom of your thoughts and feelings all the time? Because it is difficult to control each and every thought that comes to your mind. Yes, to be a king is difficult. It requires a lot of practice, it requires a lot of effort. But to give your kingdom to others and be a slave to others is even worse. So choose what you want to be, the king or slave to others, what others want you to think and what others want you to feel. And when you decide that you want to be the king of your kingdom, then choose only positive, progressive and beautiful thoughts to be in your mind. Nothing that is negative. Don't allow it to enter your mind. And if there is anything that creeps up from your mind, any fear or any problem that creeps up from within, then immediately think a solution to it. And whenever your mind goes to that fear or problem, immediately shift your mind to the solution to that problem. It is exactly like Facebook. Our mind is like Facebook. Whatever you focus on more, it shows you more. If you focus on the problem, it shows you how big your problem is. Whereas if you focus on the solution, it shows you 100 different ways of solving it. So focus on the solution, and that is exactly your choice. You can do it. So choose to be the king, choose to have the control over all your thoughts and feelings and actions, and choose only positive thoughts. Now coming to the second thing, and that is the power of concentration. So here we know that we have only 24 hours in a day. So if we can concentrate and do something very nicely, we will be able to do it more effectively, which means that we will save our time. If we save our time, we have more time left for many other things to be done. So here the thing that we need to do in our daily lives as doctors, as students preparing for exams is studies. So yes, I will give you one very simple trick for how you can improve your concentration and what is the only way of effective studying. And the simple mnemonic for that is I pledge to remember. What is I? I stands for intention. Now, if you go to a very big market without knowing what you want to buy, will you not be lost there? And ultimately, you end up doing only one thing, and that is wasting your time. So, whenever you are reading any chapter, read the topic, read the heading, read what the topic is. If that topic is of some disease, so what is your intention of reading that chapter? Yes, your intention is that you should be able to, whenever a patient comes with these complaints, you should be able to diagnose by the history itself that yes, this looks like this disease, and then by examination you come closer, by the diagnostic test you come even closer, and this is what you want to know by reading this chapter. So take a quick survey by reading the topics, the headings, and yes, this is exactly what you will find in the heading. So that is the first, that is I, that is intention. The second is pledge. P stands for pen or a pencil. So always take a pen or pencil. Without a pen or pencil, don't sit down to study. So whenever you are studying, whenever you're reading, move the pen or pencil below the lines as if you're underlining it. Now you're not actually underlining it, but when you are moving it quickly, your speed increases. If you are listening to any video, don't never listen it at one speed. Always listen it at least 1.2 speed. And then increase it to 1.5. Now don't shift immediately from 1 to 1.5. Gradually from 1 increase to 1.2. After a minute you will feel that yes, you are understanding everything very easily. And then 1.2, from 1.2 shift it to 1.5, and you will see yes, you are understanding it exactly in the same way as you were understanding it at 1. Why? Because as the speed increases, your level of concentration increases. Your level of concentration increases. So did you see that when I say slowly, your mind starts wandering? So if your mind is wandering, it means that you are reading slowly. So the faster you read, the more is the concentration. So that is P, pledge. And then is T, that is to. I pledge to. That stands for think. So once you have read a paragraph or a particular heading, so just take a while to think what you have read, to assimilate what you have read. So if you have read the topic of history, so think, or you can quickly take notes that what you have read in that particular topic. Maybe you are never going to read that notes again, but that is to keep your involvement, to increase your concentration. And then is remember. I pledge to remember. R stands for revision, and this revision has to be in 3 ways. The first way for revision is that once you have finished doing a particular topic, you immediately do the MCQs. Many of the students ask me that we have read the text very nicely, do we still need to do the MCQs? Of course, that is what you have to do in the exams. So if you are not well versed with how to answer the MCQs, how are you going to do it? The second form of revision, and all these 3 have to be there always. The second form of revision is in the form of giving tests. Do you know the meaning of test? Test means a test, an exam. So it has to be always given in the form of a test, which means it has to be given with full preparation. It is not that I will give the main test only as a test. Rest all the tests I know, it is not the main test. It has to be given with full preparation, with full revision, with full concern of the time, and with full concerns of what questions you are marking, what questions you are leaving. It is not only important to know the topic, it is not only important to remember everything, it is also important, the marking is also important, to finish in time is also important. How many questions you can mark, how many questions you can leave, that is very, very important in the ranking system. So that all that practice you get only by giving the test. And the third form of revision is when you go to your practice for your clinical postings, you are going to practice it. Whenever you are seeing any patient, when you take the history, you are going to think that okay, this is looks like this, let me examine. So this knowledge that we are gaining is not only for exams, this is for practice. So the more you practice it, the more you keep your eyes and ears open when you go to the clinics, the more you are going to grasp it and remember it for life. Now somebody asked Swami Vivekananda in one of his conference, who is atheist, and you know what he said? He said, a person who does not believe in himself is a atheist. So don't be an atheist. Have confidence in yourself, because that is all that matters. If you believe in yourself, you can be it.